everybody, and welcome to Two Mommy Podcast, where touched out meets outnumbered. I don't think I said this last episode, so I'll say it twice. Where touched out meets outnumbered, because that is me. I am a two mommy. I'm touched out and I'm outnumbered. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the madness. We have been doing this for 5 weeks now, 5 episodes. It's episode number 5. So I'm super excited. We're really just trucking along. I'm proud of me, honey. This is something that I'm enjoying doing. So thank you to everyone that listened and to last week's episode or any episode before that. Thank you so much for all of the love that you've shown us on social media. Shout out to my mama, because she loves everything that I do. My greatest supporter. Her and Tara, they about neck. So shout out to them. And just shout out to everyone that continues to deal with me and my shenanigans, because it's a lot that be happening in this brain of mine, and y'all just be rolling with it, and I like it. So this week we're going to talk about what kind of mama are you? Because I want to know. And we're going to talk about the kind of mom that I am, or that I want to be. But first, we got to do our mommy win and our mommy woe. So, my mommy win this week is that Mackenzie slept 8 hours straight. That deserves a hand clap to Jesus, because she isn't too bad, like, sleeping at all. So, she'll go to sleep, and then she'll wake up maybe around 4, and then she'll go back to sleep until it's time to wake up for the day. But last night, she went to sleep at 8 and woke up at 6. Is that 8 hours? Yeah. Yep, it sure is. It's more than 8 hours. So she went to sleep at 8 and woke up at 6. I think that's 10 hours. Oh, even better. She usually takes a bottle at night, but I think I may have put some extra rice in her milk. And that thing had that girl knocked out, child, mouth open, bonnet over her eyes and everything. So that is my mommy win. My mommy woe for this week is that I really got frustrated with my kid and my big kid, Bryce. And we really had to have a deep heart-to-heart. So let me give you some background on Bryce. He is an amazing, spirited child. I believe that the words that you say about your kids really, really stick. So I don't call him terrible, because he's not. He is a joy to be around. He just has a lot of energy. And sometimes his energy can be at times where we have to wind down. That can be a little frustrating. A lot of times he likes to play, with us and kind of do this thing where we're putting on his pajamas. He'll like run all over the bed, and we're catching him, and he's silly and laughing and falling out, and Mackenzie is dying laughing over there. But for an adult, that can be really frustrating, because we've already gone through that phase of life. And so what I've learned with my child is that I'm trying to work through my own dealings with being frustrated, because that is something that I hate, but something that I feel like I can easily get frustrated, especially when things are not going the way that I want them to. And so sometimes he gets frustrated because he doesn't always know how to communicate his need. And so having to interpret that and then deal with my frustration while dealing with his frustration is definitely a learning curve. And I am definitely a millennial mama. And what I mean by that is that I don't know that I'd call myself gentle. I think maybe kinda gentle is better to say. But I just try to communicate with my child and really figure out what's going on, because sometimes he may be upset and crying, and it may be just that he can't tie his shoes because he don't know how. And that's something that's easy for me to fix, but we have to kind of work through your frustration and get to the root of your problem so that we can solve it. So kind of having to communicate that with a toddler is ridiculous. It's really hard and he's 2, but it's taught me so much about how I can better communicate with other people and how I can express my need. And my goal for my kids is to be able to learn how to express their needs at a young age, because I was not able to do that as a kid or even as a young adult. It took me a long time to really understand my emotions and how to express them and how to be vulnerable and tell people how I feel. And it's definitely something that I continue to work on. So my goal for my kids is that they're able to do this at a young age, so that when they get to be 33 like me, they've already got it down pat and they're able to be great communicators. So I don't know if I would call it a mommy whoa. It's a mommy learning, because that's what we're doing. Okay, let me regroup, because that was funny to me. I don't care. Y'all don't gotta laugh. Um, okay, so ask yourself this question. What kind of a mama are you used to? Think about what you've seen on TV. Think about what you see on the internet today. Think about who you were raised around, like your own mom, and all of those things. And ooh, sorry, my nose is itchy. And so we're going to talk about what kind of mama do you want to be, or what kind of mama are you? So let me tell you a little bit about Fontella. That's my mama. My mama is an amazing mom. She raised us by herself after my father died. And she gave us everything that she had. And I can only imagine how incredibly frustrating it was to be raising 3 children alone, especially when that's not what you signed up for. And so as a kid, I've found that, at times that she would be frustrated. And I found that there were a lot of times where I wanted to be able to help her through her frustration, but that's not really a child's place or a child's thing to do. But because I could sense her frustration, I wanted to be the one to help her fix it. And so now that I'm a mom, it's so interesting to kind of watch it flip back. And so, there are a lot of times where she knows what frustrations I deal with. She knows what I'm dealing with at a particular moment, especially when it comes to my kids. And a lot of times when she sees me in the midst of a frustration, she will help me redirect. And she'll help me redirect them. And so I kind of wonder if this is something that she has learned in her adult years how to do, because I know that when we were kids, I'm sure that it had to have been super hard for her to really redirect, especially when you're dealing with 2 small children or 3 small children, and you're just doing it alone. Life is really lifing for you. She is a wonderful mom. I love my mama. Ooh, I love my mom. And she gave us the best life that she could. We lived a great life as kids, and I just can't thank her enough. And so my goal is to be a great mom like her. She's my first mommy role model. And so now I'm surrounded by other moms. I have a friend, my friend Danica. She's a mom, and she's a great mom. She's super involved in everything that her daughter does, and her daughter thinks the world of her. And they kind of just have this cute little relationship that I love to see. I'm around Tara often. Tara is a wonderful mom as well. She's got her children and now her grandbaby coming, and it's just wonderful to kind of see her in different spaces. She is, a mom to adult children. Her oldest son is, I think, a year younger than me. So to be able to see her parent them, and then now I'm able to see her kind of grandparent, it's going to be such a wonderful thing to see. She's a wonderful mom. And then there are my grandmas. My grandmas are great grandmas, but What I will say about my grandma, Mariah, my mom's mom, you know, she was always raising kids. There wasn't a time where there wasn't a grandkid at her house, or probably a time where there wasn't a kid at her house. So to watch her with my kids, her great, great grandkids, is just super amazing to see because they call her Meemaw. I don't know where Bryce got that from, but they spend time with her. They, look at her and give her hugs and, kind of do that whole thing. And then my grandma Roz, she was different from my grandma Mariah because she was a working grandma. She's always worked. There wasn't a time that my grandma didn't work. The only time that she didn't work was when she was sick with cancer. And so to see the I'm not going to use that word. To see them be so different, but kind of still give us what we need as like kids and grandkids and things like that has been super amazing to see. Like I said earlier, my mom's at a different stage in her life now. She's grandparenting. She's still parenting us because we're all still learning, but she is grandparenting, and it is beautiful to see because it makes her so soft. And it's nice to see her soft because I know that life hasn't always been soft for her. So it's just a wonderful thing to see. And I want for you to think about how your mom is and what your mom is like and what that really looks like and how you are parenting. And then also the moms that you're around. Like I said, I got Tara, I got Danica. I have other mommy friends. I have Joette, she's a super organized mom. Like, we all kind of have different ways that we parent our kids, and it's always the best for our kids, and our bottom line is that we always want the best for them. Then there are influencer moms. And the great thing about influencer moms is that they show us that we're not alone. A lot of times, to be able to watch another like influencer mom go through something that I'm going through or that I've been through, or just to see the humanity in it on like film is always so interesting. I follow Jayla, Henry, Auntie Nay, and Kyra Henry, and I think her name is Deanna Williamson, with Oakland and Truth and Bash. Like, I follow them, and I think her name is Lindsay. I've started to look at her videos. And then there's Cicely, she's got 4 kids, and then there's the Raising Kids mom. She's got 11 kids. So it's always wonderful to see the way that they raise their kids and kind of look at similarities with it. But also something that is super duper hard is to be able to kind of see the romanticizing of the way that they kind of parent their kids. And I think that the hardest thing about that is the fact that we're all different. Come on.
She's hungry.
Mommy?
Yes, Bryce?
Cheese.
Come here. Apparently, I have a guest host.
Mommy.
Yes.
Cheese.
Jeez, let's say hello. Hi.
Hi.
This is Bryce. Mommy is talking about... Hey, don't touch that. Mommy is talking about other mommies. Isn't that cool? Let's take a quick break and we'll finish this conversation. Okay, sorry about the interruption, but we are back. We were talking about influencer moms and how great it is to be able to see the humanity of parenting, but then also on the downside, sometimes watching them because they are in a place where I'm not financially. And this is only me judging a book by what I can see. And so, I'll see them go on trips, and I'll see them, be able to do things for their kids that I'm not able to. So like Operation Nikki, I love watching her organizing videos. But honey, Nikki has everything that you want as far as organizing goes. She has like her snack cart set up, everything kind of in its place. And unfortunately, I'm just not at that place right now. I can't afford to keep snack stock like that. We live on a tight budget. And so I know that there have probably been times where they've been here too, and maybe influencing has been a great way to help them pay bills. I would love to get there. I would love to be able to use this space as a way for me to make extra money for my family. So I think sometimes watching those parts of it is a little bit difficult for me because those things I can't relate to right now. And I always wanted to be able to be authentic and show what it's like for me being a mom. So you know what? When I get to that place where I'm able to do those things for my kids, I'll probably show that too, just like they do, because it makes them proud to be able to take care of their kids the way that they do. And so all of these things kind of mesh together and kind of probably form the mom that either you want to be or the mom that you are. And so my question to you is, how far are you from that person? Are you super far from, being the mom that you want to be, or are you close to it? I think I still have a ways to go, but I know that I am doing pretty good. And I'm sure that you are too. Because the thing that no one tells us about being a mom is how hard it actually is. That was not in the instruction manual when changing diapers was down. No one really talks about that part, but it's hard. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy being a mom. And I think that that's the thing that kind of molds us all together. And it's also the thing that gives us strength, being able to rely on each other and the moms that we know and the moms that we see and build community that way. And that really, really shapes us. I was at the mall one day and I was in an elevator and I was with my kids, my son and my daughter. I had them both at the mall. We don't go to that many public places because it's a little bit hard with the two of them for me. I'm still learning. We're getting a lot better. So we went to the mall because Mackenzie was getting her ears pierced. And there was a mom and she had two kids, a baby and a toddler, like me. And she had on her cute boots and her sweater dress. And she had this really cute ponytail. And you can tell that she used the curl wand on the ends. She looked gorgeous. And she was just pushing her kids in a wagon. And I asked her, well, how do you like the wagon? Like, I kind of want one. How do you like it? Because I have this big bulky double stroller. And, she's like, it's pretty cool. I really, really like it. And, we talked a little bit. And, then she went about her way. And for some reason, it just sticks in my mind because as soon as I saw her, I said, I want to be that kind of mom. She was younger than I am, but she seemed to be managing her kids well. They seemed to be well behaved. She seemed to be cool as a cucumber, and she looked super cute while doing it. And I said, I want to be that kind of mom. I want to be cute. I want to be cool as a cucumber. But I had to tell myself, Ashley, you're still learning, and it's okay. And she's still learning. You don't know what her life is like at home. Just like she doesn't know what your life is like at home. Sometimes we can't always look through at those people and be like, oh, I want to be like them. We have to really learn who they are to kind of want to emulate a trait that they have. I didn't know her, but what I did want to do was start being cute while being a mom. So again, that's just something I took small steps to try to do. You see my hair, it looks really pretty today. But those kind of things just stick, And so, yeah, just ask yourself, am I the kind of mom that I want to be or that I'm used to seeing? And what do I want to do differently? If anything, maybe you don't want to do anything differently. Maybe you're the mom that you want to be. But these are questions that we really got to ask ourselves. I hope that was helpful. Let's take a break. All right, welcome back. So, for today's
Budget says no.
Budget Says No, we're going to talk about thrifting. I love to thrift, honey. If you go on my Instagram, you will see me at Once Upon a Child because that is my favorite store to shop at for my kids. I know that there are a lot of people that are like, oh, I love consigning my kids' clothes. And then they go to some kind of an upscale bougie store. I can't do that. My budget said no. So we go to Once Upon a Child and get their sales. Honey, tomorrow they got buy one, get one free jeans. And they're not in all states, but if your state has the Once Upon a Child, they take gently used children's clothes. They'll buy them from you and then sell them in the store. Really, really cheap stuff. Very reasonable prices. I got Bryce some Vans for I think $10 there. And I got Mackenzie some UGG boots. UGG official. Like they're real for $12. So like you never know what you're gonna get. It's always a great place to shop at. So if you have a Once Upon a Child, make sure that you check it out and tell them that I sent you. I also like to shop at thrift stores. So we got Goodwill, Salvation Army, Value Village, all of those things in my local area. I really, really frequent them often. I go to Goodwill all the time because that's Tara's favorite place to shop. And so I always find something for my kids there. And it's usually Adidas stuff. And so it's such a great place to go to get gently used kids items. And you know what? I know that a lot of people are super like squeamish about the way that thrifted clothes smell or about someone else wearing them. But you wash them really good, which I know you'll do before your kids wear them, and you just make it work. You know what? If your budget says yes and you're able to go to non-thrift stores all the time or retail stores, then that is wonderful. But me and my kids live at these thrift stores, and you know what? You'd never be able to tell because they be cute from head to toe all the time. So if you thrift, let me know in the comments. Let's take a quick break. Okay, you guys, that was such a great episode for me. I hope that it was a great episode for you. All of our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at TooMommyPod, TOOMOMMYPOD. If you want to email in your mommy win or your mommy woe, make sure you email us at twomommypod@gmail.com. Visit our website, like, rate, share, follow, subscribe. We're on YouTube and anywhere you can find your streaming, we're there. Make sure that you guys come check us out next week. I pray that this week is an awesome week for you and that you'll find your way here next week. Because if you don't, I'm going to come looking for you. All right. Have a great week.